Here's a good exam question that shows up pretty often. Determine the domain, and we're asked to use the interval notation. Alright, so let's do a quick analysis and get to this. The analysis looks like something like this. Domain is just a really fancy way to say what are the bad guys. Now you recognize that function is a way we move a whole bunch of number from domain to the range according to the function what we're supposed to do. So if it's a radical x, if it's say 4 over here, we're going to put a 2 over here because radical 4 equal to 2. So we're going to put a whole bunch of number from domain into the range according to the function we're given. Now there are some specific functions that has some bad guys that we can't quote-unquote invite. For example, if it's 1 over x, x cannot be equal to 0. So x equal to 0 is excluded from the domain. If it's a log of x, x has to be positive, so a whole bunch of negative words going to get excluded. Radical x has the same thing, x cannot be negative, so 0 can be over here, but negative numbers is going to be excluded. For our problem here, since it's in the form of 1 over x, because if we think of this chunk as 1 over some sort of function, then this form itself says m cannot be equal to 0. So what this thing really in essence is asking, for what value of the u will the denominator be equal to 0? And once we find that number, we're going to have to exclude it because it's a bad guys. Alright, let's write up the equation. Alright, so here's the solution. The function itself looks in the form of 1 over x. So we want to make sure the denominator does not equal to 0. In order to ensure that it does not equal to 0, we need to find out when it happens to be equal to 0. Now this one is pretty easy because if you factor this one out, let's write it, if you factor this one out, you have u minus 7 times u minus plus 6 equal to 0. Solving each one, you have the right answer. So when the u equal to 2 points, minus 6 and 7, the whole denominator becomes equal to 0, and that's something we don't want. So we're going to exclude those two bad guys. On this number line here, you can see I excluded minus 6 and 7. Now, notation-wise, here's the notation. From a minus infinity, which is way out of here, all the way to 6, minus 6, I cannot have a square bracket because I can't include this point. That's one segment. This sign here says augmented. That's another part of the domain I can have is anything that, so now I don't have minus 6 all the way to 7, so this chunk is okay also. And last segment goes from 7 to all the way to positive infinity. So here's the answer. The green part is the answer. Well, I hope this helps. Hi, this is Dr. Pan recording from Tucson, Arizona. Please comment or share this video. We can make math easy together. Have a confident day.